You're gonna combine a photo reference of a landscape and put a water bottle on the top. In the following, I'm gonna show you how I would draw this step by step. Graphite pencils, and I use only a B, 2B and 5B, and there's also a lighter pencil is 2H. First, I'm going to work on the compositions of this drawing. I'm going to use the B. So this is about the areas for the water bottle. I select a beautiful photograph. It has mountain and it has water. So I'm going to have it the bottom of the mountain. Maybe it's just a little bit lower than the middle of the page. Now I'm looking at this, I really want the water bottle a little bit bigger. So maybe come up over here, maybe the bottom, and come down over here. I have the water bottle right in front of me. It's a spring water. I'm gonna move the mountain a little bit more toward the left. So those are very important decisions. You want to spend the time on it and thinking about it and make sure that it's what you want before you go too far or too deep in the drawing process. Now we already have the composition over here. I'm going to draw a little bit more of the water bottle. And let's see, I'm looking at that's the top. I already know roughly the composition and the proportion. Okay. And the bottom over here is a little suggestions like this, a little bit. Later on, we're going to add some details to it. We're gonna start drawing from the background. So, and then we come back to the bottle. So let's take a look. And I'm gonna use this pencil, just shade it, maybe shade it the whole paper to be gray color. Because the plastic water bottle is see-through, so we actually can see through the background elements, which is the mountain, the water, the sky. Okay, now what I want to do, I'm going to make this side a little bit darker. What you are thinking about is for the shapes. So like say this area has trees, but I don't want to see the tree, I want to see the whole area. How dark is it? So it's all about shapes. All about how dark is that shape, how big is that shape. It looks pretty messy, lots of texture. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do some blending. I'm using this number 5 paper blender. Okay, not everywhere need to be smooth. So some area you do want to keep it a little texture. Look before you blend or draw, making a decision. Over here. And I'm going to keep a little texture for the suggestions of those three, a little rough suggestions. Okay, blend a little, coming over here, and then the mountain in the background. I'm going to give a little bit darker tone in some area, like this, much darker. Okay, your nitty eraser need to be constantly stretched. That's the surface of the water. Oh, on the top looks like some houses. So we're gonna lift up a little white shape. We can come back to fix it. Just see that as shapes. Now you can see a little bit better. I'm gonna give a little bit, lift up a little shape over here. Suggest some little trees, some little details. The sky over here has some clouds. I'm gonna just use the nitty eraser, just moving on. It looks really soft. That's probably enough suggestion. I'm using a piece of tracing paper. So I'm gonna lay my palm on the top. So I'm gonna start from the top over here. Let's see. Here we go. Now I just mold my nitty eraser a little bit sharper shape. Now you don't want to make everything white, only the area that is white, okay? And the edge over here, I think in my lighting situation, the lighting coming from the top over here mostly. So that's also similar to what we see in the outside, the sun coming from the top. Now we pick up a little light shape over here. Now coming down over here, we see the light shape over here too. Now we're moving down. Okay, on this side, the shape coming down like this. Now I can see there's a little piece of shape like this on the bottom. Now keep going down. We see that there is a little shape on this line, a little white shape coming down a little bit. Maybe on the edge over here, I'm gonna close to the edge, clean that. That's a small shape. Okay, let's take a look. Over here, we see a little shape going through over here, actually in the same area that's on the other side of the bottle. Like that. Now I'm thinking about whether or not I want to put the label. Yeah, I'm gonna put the label over there. So on this side, on the label, I'm gonna make it a little bit lighter. And on the label is different because now the label is actually paper, not plastic. So a little bit smoother. Okay, now I'm gonna coming down. Under the label, there's a little line. That's good. On the other side, I can see that a little line over here coming through. Now on the edge, I can see the edge over here has some light. You may be thinking about, wait a minute, everything that you drew before for the bottle, now this is all gone. Well, this is fine. It's actually they are in our head, in our mind. We know where they are, and it's very easy to draw it again. Well, let's see. Now the bottom over here, I'm gonna come down to the bottom. You have some reflected light. You can draw the details before. You can draw with a 2H pencil, and before you do the erasing or shading. Okay, over here. So use the eraser to draw light shape. Look before you draw. Okay, the same thing that you draw with pencil or charcoal. You have to observe. The difference is that you are observing the light shape. Okay, now I'm going to see on this side, looking at the edge, And look at on this side. Pay attention to see the shape. Now I'm going to use this 2H and I'm going to do a little lighter details. And actually over here it should be a little bit lighter. So I'm going to make this a little bit softer. Okay, what I want to do now, I'm going to take a look at the top over here. It's not really dark. This is why I'm using this lighter graphite pencil. I'm gonna have a little bit lighter, because the sun at the top, on the top, it make this also reflected to the sun coming down from the top. That's good. But with this, a little bit darker. Tone it down a little bit. Alright, now we're gonna moving down over here. We're not doing the label yet. So take a look at some details. The plastic bottle is already there. I want the label a little bit lighter. So here we go. Over this area, a little bit lighter too. Little shape. Oh, that's good. Now I'm gonna come in over here to draw a little line. Okay, now I'm gonna add a little shape on this side. Now leave the light shape for the letter. Like that. Now I'm going to draw the tree. Look at the shape of the tree. Like this, coming down like this. I think it's a little lick right here. Okay, that's the bottom of the label. Now some letter. I first draw the gap between those lines, those letter, and then I can divide it into different shape. It's because the label is actually reversed, it's lighter. The background over here a little bit out of focus a little bit by blending a little more like this. Okay. Now this drawing is already finished. With a good planning and with enough patience to draw it step by step, you can accomplish the same drawings on your own. Have fun and just continue drawing. And if you like to draw and paint and you're looking for a good community to be part of it, and we have Enjoying Art Learning Community. We just created our new online learning center. If you like this lesson, you might also want to view the details process. Come to join us and experience a new way to learn art with us.